Now, before I bring her to the stage, let me tell you just a little bit about her. And if you hear anything you like out there, feel free to cheer. A native of Plainfield, Illinois, Melissa McCarthy made her first mark on the comedy stage performing stand-up in New York. Her film work includes The Backup Plan, Life as We Know It, Pretty Ugly People, Just Add Water, The Nines, White Oleander, Pumpkin, Go, and The Life of David Gale. On television, Melissa starred as the clumsy culinary genius Suki St. James in Gilmore Girls. And she starred as Dina in the series Samantha Who. But she won an Emmy Award for starring as Molly Flynn on the hit CBS comedy Mike and Molly. Now, before you get to hear from our honoree, we have a few special guests who have asked to say a few words. And our first speaker today needs no introduction. Please welcome Walk of Famer Ellen DeGeneres.
Keep walking back here.
Are you going to say right there? That's great. No, that's good. That's perfect. This is just very intimate between me and you. I wrote a few things, but I'm probably not going to say them. But I just want to say I'm honored to be here, and congratulations. And I mean, it really is a big deal. You're getting a star on Hollywood Boulevard, and you're surrounded by fans and friends and family. And when I say fans, probably a lot of these people are just tourists walking and saw something happening and stopped, and then saw it was you and saw, well, I like her, so then they stopped. But they would have stopped, or had they known, they would have been here. Anyway, you're surrounded by people that love you. And I love you a lot. I love you a whole lot. You make, here's why I love you so much. You make me laugh so hard that it turns into that cry, where you're crying and you're going, am I laughing anymore? I think I'm crying now, and then people around you are uncomfortable because you're crying, and they're like, she's crying, why is she crying? And I'm like, I'm not crying, I was laughing, but now I'm crying, and people are concerned for you. And then, the point is, I think you're very, very funny. And I actually did some research, and I wrote some things down that I want to share with people that they may not know these things. Quiet. Melissa's middle name is Buster. Her favorite holiday is Arbor Day. Her first big break was a small role on Gilligan's Island. She's 3'26" tall. Her name is spelled the same way forwards and backwards. She's won 9 Latin Grammys. You know, I had my assistant look this up, and he's fired. That's none of that is right. The point is, everything you do is memorable. Every role, every character you take on, the character in that one movie you did was fantastic, and then the What's a Hoosie with the bridesmaids thing, and whoever you play on Mike and Molly, funny. Mike and Mindy, were you on that as well? Anyway, I just, I'm here because I love you, and I love when you're on my show, and I just sit back and listen to you, and you make me happy, and you make me laugh, and I think you're brilliantly talented, and I'm so proud of you for everything you're accomplishing and continue to accomplish, and I love you.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hi there. Hi. Thank you so much for coming out. Hello. I see you over there. Hi. I just want to say good morning, or it may have moved into afternoon. I still kind of can't believe what's happening and where I'm standing right now, and having all my friends and my family and everybody here. It's a little overwhelming in the best of ways, and I feel like I need just a moment to process what's actually happening here. I feel slightly like I'm in the middle of a fever dream, and I mean, I think that's kind of reasonable because I feel like later when I try to describe what's happening to me right now, I'm going to have a hard time convincing somebody of the following, which is, so I was on Hollywood Boulevard getting my star, and Ellen DeGeneres was there. Yeah, the actual Ellen DeGeneres, that's like the super lady icon, hero of mine, came and presented me with things and said nice things and knew my accurate height. And so then I've already lost whoever I'm talking to. And then I'll also have to say the super fancy-dancy director, Paul Feig, come and also said lovely things about me, and that we're on our third movie, going into our fourth movie together, which seems, again, like I've gone nuts, or I'm in some kind of induced coma. And then the third thing I would have to say is, remember that really cute guy, Ben Falcone, that I had a crush on in Groundlings? I'm married to him in the dream, and we have 2 kids. And I don't think anybody's going to believe me, and I don't think if I would have told myself any of these things 10 years ago, I would have assumed that I had come from the future, and in the future I was having a nervous breakdown. But I can't be more delighted that this is real, and that I just want to thank every single person here, and I want to thank my mom and dad for being tremendous people. And my mom, Sandy McCarthy, is here. My dad, Mike, couldn't be here. He is de-weeding the lake, which is a true story. It was his turn at the club to take care of the weeds, so he's doing that. And that's the truth. I can't write that. And I'm not sure why they did it. I have no idea that every time I said, I'm going to quit college and do stand-up, my mom and dad said, great, work really hard at it, you can probably do it. And they continued to say that for the 20 years it took me to actually do it steadily. And I can't fathom. I mean, in a way, you really give terrible advice. I mean, just watch who else you're telling. Keep it up. But somehow that worked, and my sister Margie is here, and at no point did Margie ever stop giving me encouragement or advice or ponying up for a bill when it was basically my electricity bill or a class at Groundlings. Margie would say, don't worry about it, take the class, I've got the bill. And she did that a lot, and it really made everything possible, and I appreciate that. Yay. I want to thank my good girls, my Vivi and my Georgie, for making everything better. So many of my amazing friends, Jose Heredia, who let me move in with him in his studio in Santa Monica, and I don't know why you did that, but it was, again, I love people that make terrible decisions, because I think what's coming in, Tate Taylor, who put me in his first couple of movies, and is here today. I also have a picture of Tate Taylor in this very location, dressed as a mime, which I will explain at another date, but I have that photo. I want to thank my sweet, lovely managers, Christian and Courtney, who guide me with kindness and humor every step of the way. And I've been with them a long time. And my lovely publicist, Dom, and Valley Girl. And all my Mike and Molly lovelies that are here, that means the world to me. And Jimmy Burrows and Chuck that got here. It's not easy to get Burrows out. And Al, who runs Mike and Molly with the most kindness in the world and humor, and he's just a terrific human being. And I'm just really grateful to the Hollywood Walk of Fame Committee and the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce to let me have this moment. I am incredibly grateful to you. And I just want to say there's so many kind people in this town, and I have been wildly lucky to work with many of them, and repeatedly so. And it's not the story you hear all the time about Hollywood. And I have really found that at the base of all this hoopla, and there is a bunch of creative people who moved here from all over the country. I'm from Plainfield, Illinois. you know, we all gathered here, and we just want to try to tell people stories or make people think or laugh or feel a little bit better for a couple of hours. And that's a pretty good thing, and it's a great thing to be able to do. And if this is all a fever dream, which it may be, it's a pretty great dream, so I don't mind. And I just want to thank you very much for it. It means the world to me.